high value life that I want for myself, where, I'm driving the car that I want, I live in the house that I want, the woman that I want is by my side, the children that I want are right by my side. I'm happy, I'm smiling, everything's going good in my life. This life I gotta work for. YouTube, what's good? It's your boy BVM Marley G back with another video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more motivational videos on how to become the best version of yourself. In this video, we're going to talk about why you attract what you are. Now, what do I mean by that? We all want to live a certain lifestyle. Well, at least the guys who watch my channel, we want to live a high value lifestyle, right? We may not be at that position right now currently, and that's totally okay because you're doing the work. You're watching my videos, you're doing the step-by-step thing that I have told you to do, how to make yourself the highest quality, highest value, the best version of yourself that you could possibly become. So I say that you attract what you are because the minute you become high value or you're becoming high value, you start to attract positive things to you. You start to attract abundance to you. You start to notice how, because you're working on yourself, that you're happier. You start to notice because you're working on yourself that you're more prosperous. You start to notice that you're having better relationship with people, whether that's your family, that's your friends, that's especially with women. You start to notice that your bank account is growing better. You are attracting the things that you're becoming. And before we started this self-development journey, you were in the trenches. You were poor. You were sad and depressed. And it seems like you couldn't get out that rut. Well, at least for me, that's how it was. I was on a path of destruction when I was in the trenches. Before I started my self-development journey, bro, I couldn't get right. You would have called me a fucking bum. I'm damn near was as close to the homeless people as fucking possible. And I thought that was my destination. I thought that was it. I thought, well, I guess I'm just going to make $15,000 a year and I'm in my 20s. I guess I'm just going to live in this with my mom and with my parents and shit. I guess I'm going to always be on public transit and never have my own car. I was attracting negativity towards me because I was in a negative space and I wasn't working on myself and I didn't have goals and I wasn't striving for excellence and I wasn't trying to go into the best version of myself. Even the woman that I dated, when the woman that I was dating, when I was in the trenches, I was poor, I was having a horrible job, I was just doing bad, were just very low quality women. They were very emotionally unstable. They weren't the fucking prettiest. They weren't the baddest. They weren't the ones who had their life together. It wasn't none of that shit when I was in the trenches, when I was on the bottom. It was just horrible. That life sucked for me. And then I guess I had an epiphany. I woke up one day and I said, I don't like this life that I live. I don't like where I live. I don't like the money that I make. I don't like the woman that I'm sleeping with. I don't even like how I fucking look physically. I look sick. I looked sickly, bro, because I wasn't eating because I was depressed, bro. I was like 130 pounds. I look sickly. I look bad. And I was like, I don't want to live this lifestyle no more. So I locked in. I said, what can Marley do to make his life better? What can Marley do so in the next 5 years, he lives a more prosperous life than he is right now? Because he's not happy right now. What can Marley do to make himself happy? And I wrote out a plan. I said, I'm going to work on my physical. I'm going to work on my mental. I'm going to work on my finances. I'm going to work on my relationships. I'm going to all the way around self-develop into the best version of myself, because what else do I have to lose? And I'm telling you straight up, after this switch, the first 6 months, I seen a dramatic change. Where before that, I was living paycheck to paycheck and I wasn't saving no money, bro. I actually had, and it's not going to be a lot to some people. Remember, I was living paycheck to paycheck. I had $500 saved up that I didn't need to touch, that I didn't need for anything in 6 months. In those 6 months, I noticed that I also wanted to work out. I noticed that I was only able to do 5 push-ups. Yes, go ahead, clown me, say whatever y'all want about me. In 6 months, I could do 20 clips. 20 clips. I started to apply to better jobs because my trade is a chef. I'm a chef. Where I was used to working in under the table and back in the hole in the wall bars and shit, I freaking started to apply for jobs that could actually pay me, compensate me for my skill, because I'm a very skilled chef. Compensate me for my skills. And I started to make more money. Now this job, I got benefits, dental, health, 401k, everything that we asked for, and that only took me about a year. Because I was willing to work on myself, because I knew I could be the best version of myself and grow into the best version of myself, I started to attract things to me like in abundance. Where when I was sad and depressed, I was in scarcity and I couldn't have anything and it was just bad, I wasn't attracting things that this life has to offer. Now that I'm working myself and I'm in like year 5 of my self-development journey. Year 5 right now is so fucking amazing. I never had so much money. I never looked this good. I never smiled so much. I never been on my purpose. I never knocked off so many goals. I never said I wanted to do so many goals and actually achieve those goals. I feel great. And I'm starting to attract more abundant things to me. I'm starting to attract better, beautiful, more high quality women. I'm starting to attract better, lively experiences. I'm starting to attract people that also on the same trajectory that I am on. They all like, listen, I'm trying to grow into the best version of myself. Niggas that be in the gym, niggas that make content, niggas that just want better out of their life. I'm attracting them. Where again, when I was sad and depressed, I wasn't attracting or even being around people that didn't want anything out their life. Now I'm only around people that want stuff out their life. Listen, the network of people that I got right now that's on their shit is amazing, and I learn from them every day. They teach me every day. I surround myself with people that I think are doing better, who I would like to be like in a couple years. I got mentors. I got big homies. I look at them and be like, in 5 years, I gotta either have as much money as him, or I gotta make more money than him. Because I challenged myself off my mentors. And again, I didn't have none of these things when I was down in the trenches and all depressed. So let's get into the first bullet point, right? Any man can change his life. Any man can do it. If I could do it, you can do it. No one can tell you that you can't change your life. That's the decision that you have to make. No one can force you into it. You gotta wake up and you gotta say, I'm ready to become the best version of myself. You gotta be so sick and tired of living the lifestyle that you was living, whatever that is, bro. You could have been alcoholic, you could have been on drugs, you could have been dealing with toxic ass women, you could have been working a dead-end fucking job, you could have been living on the streets in your car, living with your mama, whatever it is, bro. Whatever it is, whatever is subjective to you. Whenever you hit that point, that rock bottom, and you like, I don't even like living like this no more, and you like, I gotta change, you can do that. But you gotta be tired enough. You gotta be you can't be comfortable living in what you've been going through and not want to change. Me, I wasn't cool being sad and depressed and living in the trenches. I wanted to change my life, because what else do I have to lose? Do I want to still be broke? Do I want to still be poor at 50 fucking years old? Do I still want to be going paycheck to paycheck at 50 years old? Do I still want to be dating these low quality, horrible ass women at 50 years old? Do I want to be sad and depressed at 50 years old? No, that's how I look at it. I gotta work right now. I gotta grind right now. I gotta do everything I need to do right now. So when I hit 50 and I retire, I could smile and say I made something out of my life. But you can have the life that you want. It's all up to you. And this is the next point, right? The life that you want will not just fall in your lap. I'm sorry. If you think that life is like a lottery ticket, and $1 million is just gonna fall in your lap, the baddest woman is just gonna fall in your lap, the flyest clothes are just gonna fall in your lap, the nicest car, the nicest house is gonna fall in your lap, and you don't have to do no work, you don't have to put any work to achieve these things. Come on, bro, you're gonna fail. You're going to fail. Are there some people who get lucky? Yes. But for majority, based on the evidence of how much money people actually make in this country, majority of people are going to have to work for the life that they want. A lot of people don't have inheritance. People wasn't gifted houses, cars, and trust funds. A lot of people was not gifted these things. Some were, but most weren't. Your life is not going to fall in your lap. You got to get up and you got to work and you got to grind and you got to hustle for the life that you want. At least that's what I'm going to do. It'd be a waste of my time to think that this high value life that I envision for myself, someone is going to give it to me. Like, why would that happen? The high value life that I want for myself, where, you know, I'm driving the car that I want, I live in the house that I want, the woman that I want is by my side, the children that I want are right by my side, I'm happy, I'm smiling, everything's going good in my life. This life I gotta work for. I gotta eliminate the things that are holding me back and stopping me from achieving this life. And I gotta lean into the things that's gonna help me achieve in this life. What are the things that's gonna help me achieve this life? Me constantly reading books and gaining up on knowledge, whether that's financial knowledge, whether that's emotional knowledge, whether that's physical, like exercises in the gym, diets and stuff like that. All these things that I have to read. What else is gonna help me get this life? Me grinding every day. Instead of me watching TV, because I barely watch TV anymore. Instead of me watching TV, I sit on my computer, I'm making content, editing content, or I'm doing something that's involving my business when it comes to content every day. I don't stop. And when I'm not doing that, I'm obviously getting money. My philosophy is I have to make some type of money that day, every day. There is no rest days. Even if I made $50 that day, that's 50 more in my pocket than if I would have sat in the crib and just watched TV, I wouldn't have made that $50. Let me put that $50 into the stock market, the S&P 500, then over a span of a year, that $50 will turn into $60. People are like, well, that's not a lot. $50 turned into $60. What if that was 50,000 turned into 60,000? What if that was 500,000 turned into 600,000? What if that was 5 million turned into 6 million? Come on, you got to think. It starts with that first penny that you put into the investment. And this life that you can have it, but it will not just simply fall in the lap. You got to go out there and you got to work for it. And this goes into my next point, right? You are literally the sum of the people, places, and things that you decide to entertain. If you entertaining negativity, you are a negative person. If you entertain positivity, you're a positive person. If you entertain things that's going to add value to your life, it's going to add value to your life. If you entertain things that's not adding any value to your life will not be abundant and it won't have any value. Laws of attraction. You holding on to people that you know your whole life and they're not trying to elevate and you think you're going to elevate. No, look at your circle. If your circle is dudes who work every day, hustle every day, grind every day for the betterment of their life and so they can have the life that they want, are they not gonna rub off on you? Are you not gonna say, I'm not gonna be the bum friend in the group? Look at the friends, right? Who every time they go out, there's that one friend that doesn't buy any drinks because he's broke. And everybody take care of him. I think we all got that one friend. What happens when that one friend gets a job, gets on his feet, levels up a little bit, and he can start getting rounds now? Do we not clap for the bro? Do we not, yeah, bro, I see you, bro. I see that you got that new job. Oh yeah, I see you getting fresh. We encourage our guys to be higher quality. But if y'all all bummy, if y'all all poor, if y'all all broke, who's going to be the first person to level up? Who's the first one that's going to, like, you know what? Let me show my guys how they can have a better life instead of the life that we live in right now, and you inspire your guys. How many guys in your circle that you look at and you say, hey, they doing something with their life and I want to also do something like my brother is doing? Because that's how I got it with me. I got homies that own businesses. I got homies that own restaurants. I got homies that own tattoo parlors. I got homies that have a successful rap career. Like, I got friends who doing shit in their life. I'm also doing shit in my life. My bros see me, they be like, oh yeah, Marley always posting. Marley's always posting on content. I remember when Marley had 0 subscribers, 0 followers. Now look at him, bro. He almost got 2,000 on Instagram. He almost got 2,000 on YouTube. And people are like, well, that's not a lot. Listen, it's the slow grind. It's the slow grind. It's not a fast race. I know I can consistently keep pumping out content forever. For the rest of my life, I can keep pumping out content. So I know I'm going to hit my goals. And my bros see that. And you are the sum of the people, places, and things that you hang around. And if you're hanging around low quality stuff, you're only going to live a low quality life. Now, the last and final point, right, is when you level up your life, you will attract what you want. Listen, simply you working on yourself, you start to attract more things into your life. You start to attract better opportunities because you have this sense of energy about you. You have this aura about you. Like, people start to respect you. And we're going to be honest. I don't think people respect poor and not poor. I don't think people respect bummy people. Like, at all. They feel sympathy. No, not that. You want people to respect you. You want people to like you. You want people to be around you. You want people to be inspired with you. And you get that by leveling up your life. You get what you want. You know how you want that car? That nice SRT, whatever. You get that at the end of leveling up. You know how you want that badass girl? Well, you get that at the end of leveling up. You know how you want to live in that big ass house, that big ass mansion? Well, you get that at the end of leveling up. My point of making this video was simple. You attract what you are. So become the highest value of man that you possibly could be, and you will start to attract everything that you want out of this life. Seriously. Now make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more motivational videos on how to become the best version of yourself, and I'm out.